Phil Allen.
Hello, Thursday.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
Today is Thursday.
Thursdays are for me.
I'm something of a famous radio personality.
I'm a radio host.
I work at radio.
That's not a real job.
Radio people are the coolest.
Now we begin.
Today is a very special day.
How so?
National Apple Pie Day.
Apple pie, huh?
You've never had apple pie?
Well, today's your lucky day.
Today is National Apple Pie Day.
He likes his apple pie warm.
Yeah, just warm it up.
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
And now here to entertain you,
The finest broadcaster.
My favorite show.
Showtime.
Thanks for asking. I've been doing well. Everything is hey.
Thanks to Joe, and the Joe Show returns next Thursday from 11 a.m. Hello, good afternoon. This is Phil Allen, Radio 1 Mallorca. Clear and sunny today. Highs around 22 degrees. Tonight, clear to start, becoming partly cloudy later. Overnight lows down to 17 degrees. Tomorrow, another beautiful day. Mostly clear with highs up to 22 degrees. Sunset this evening, 8:55, and on the radio, this is Anim with Count to 10 on Radio 1 Mallorca.
There are faces, there are smiles, so count to 10. Hit music with Phil Allen.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
There's only one thing you can't forget.
Get together.
David Guetta featuring Abby Lynn Keane with Get Together on Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, this is Phil Allen, and on the way in this hour, we'll have a Soul Train anthem and a couple of songs. Stand-up comedy around about 1:30 with Nate Bargatz on why schools should call the mum first. We'll have an old-school flashback classic, plus we'll open the birthday file and talk Top Gun Day and National Cocktail Day 2, plus getting that second shot. A quick reminder via the medium of song. Right now, let's get back to the hits with Matt Nash featuring Nicky Ambers. This is Ready or Not on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Ready or not.
This is Radio 1.
Now, hotter than ever, Phil Allen.
To be real.
Jamie Williams with Real on Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, this is Phil Allen, whipping you back in time with a Soul Train anthem in moments.
If it's a hit,
It's here.
Radio 1.
Phil Allen.
Mallorca's best music. This is Radio 1 Mallorca. Stand-up comedy time with Nate Bargatz on why schools should call the mum first.
Our daughter is in third grade. Cool, and I'll come get her. Where does she go?
Nate Bargatz. Here's a tune from Chelsea Collins featuring Sway Lee. This is Hotel Bed on Radio 1 Mallorca.
5 in the morning, pretending I can't wait.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and with Thursday's very latest Not Headline News, let's cross now to the Not Headline News newsroom.
This is not headline news. Ellen DeGeneres is ending her talk show after the upcoming season. She said it's been a wonderful experience, but nothing beat the moment when she got to tell all her employees they were losing their jobs. Demi Lovato is doing a new show where she hunts for space aliens. But in the process, she hopes to find something even rarer. A viewer who wants to watch Demi Lovato hunt for space aliens. Today is Lena Dunham's 35th birthday. She finally caught up to the age she's looked for the past 10 years. And a 28-year-old Florida woman posed as a high school student, snuck into a high school, and tried to get people to follow her on Instagram. The woman was arrested and charged with one count of bumming everyone out with the profound sadness of her life. This is not headline news.
Phil Allen.
Thank you. Here's Wayward Brothers. Love this tune. Shake Your Body.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. It is Thursday, May 13th, 2021. May 13th is both Top Gun Day and World Cocktail Day. Since Tom Cruise was kind of in both of those movies, it gave Hollywood an idea.
It's Top Gun Day. You two characters are going to Top Gun. And World Cocktail Day.
Why didn't you just tell me it was a rum and coke?
From the producers of all the formula Tom Cruise movies of the 80s comes Top Cocktail.
I feel the need for a martini.
Top Cocktail.
What's in that?
Looking forward to it. In 1930 on this day, a giant hailstone killed a man near Lubbock, Texas. His final words were, "What do you mean, watch out for the giant?" On this date in 1940, in his first speech as Prime Minister, Winston Churchill told the House of Commons, "I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat." Reminds me of the classic Churchill gag when a woman said to Churchill, "If you were my husband, I'd poison your coffee." And Churchill said, "If you were my wife, I'd drink it."
Oh, another good one. I don't know where you come up with them.
On this date in 1958, Vice President Richard Nixon's limo was battered by rocks thrown by anti-US demonstrators in Caracas, Venezuela. Why rocks? Because the boulders were too heavy and they didn't have any bricks. Robert Pattinson, the Batman, turns 35 today. Must be weird to be 35 and have your twilight years behind you. Lena Dunham from Girls also turns 35. You know, you never see them together in the same room. Darius Rucker from Hoochie and the Blowfish celebrates his 55th birthday and only wants to be with you. The Late Show host, Stephen Colbert, hits birthday number 57 today. Happy birthday, Stephen.
Happy Thanksgiving, April Fools, happy Halloween.
Happy birthday. Stevie Wonder turns 71 today. No cheap jokes at his expense this year. Although, to be honest, I am going to give him the same tie I gave him last year. Viral audio now, love this. A woman named Christine programmed her boss's computer to start talking to him when no one else was around. Listen to how that went down right now.
Oh boy, I don't know what you did, Christine, but I know it's you. You're freaking me out if you're listening to me.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Very afraid. I am, believe me. There's something that's going to explode.
Let me out of this computer box.
Oh boy.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Christine needs a raise. Give Christine the raise.
Yeah, Christine's going to get fired.
Clever girl. By the way, he didn't really fire her. He was just kidding. And finally, with vaccinations here now picking up a pace, another quick reminder to make sure you get fully vaccinated with your second shots. With that in mind, here's our latest totally unnecessary Quarantune song parody.
You need your second shot, you'll be cool.
All right, back to the hits. Ariana Grande featuring Doja Cat. This is Motive on Radio One Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Thursday hour 2.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
It's Thursday.
Hey, wait a minute, I've got a great idea.
I've got a great idea. Listen up.
Let's put on a show.
That is a good idea.
No, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
What kind of a show?
Super sexy cool.
What kind of show you think I'm doing here?
Have you ever met me personally?
You look a lot better when you can't tell what you look like.
Have you ever seen my show?
You're on radio.
Now for a little radio.
Here we go.
Don't you see there's a light inside you?
Kicking off hour 2 on the show today, CRP Zeit and Sonna Relay with Fly Away. Hello, this is Phil Allen. Clear and sunny this afternoon. Highs around 22 degrees. Tonight, clear to start, becoming partly cloudy later. Overnight lows down to 17 degrees. Tomorrow, another beautiful day. Mostly clear with highs up to 22 degrees. Sunset this evening, 8:55, and the Mallorca sea surface temperature is up to 18.3 degrees. Coming up in this hour, another Soul Train anthem. More stand-up, around about 2:30, Nick DiPaolo on pharmaceutical drugs and restless leg syndrome. We'll play another flashback old-school classic, and in your showbiz update today, we'll hear from Dionne Warwick, Ellen DeGeneres, and we'll have audio from 2 of the late-night shows from last night too. Right now, back to the hits, Plastic, Funk and Pajane with Through the Nights on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Hit music with Phil Allen.
You know what else is gross?
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Your number 1 hit music station, Radio 1 Mallorca. Stand-up comedy time with Nick DiPaolo on pharmaceutical drugs and restless leg syndrome.
I read in a New York paper, New York Times, yeah, if you're a centipede.
Nick DiPaolo. This is a tune called One by One. Diplo, featuring Elderbrook and him on Radio 1 Mallorca. You're listening to Radio One Mallorca, and in breaking returning to workplaces news, many people are returning to work to office buildings that have been vacant for a long time. Just think of what was left behind. Luckily, there's help.
Offices are opening back up. Yeah! Whoa, before you rush into work, don't forget about the mess you abruptly left behind over a year ago. Don't worry, call us, the cleanup crew. We take care of things like that ham sandwich that was at your cubicle. It's got its own ecosystem now. What about the break room fridge? Is that an old sushi roll or centipedes mating? We'll take care of it. Ooh, what about this nasty oozing green pile of mush?
Hey, that's my avocado sprout bagel. I just bought it today.
Oh, well, we're gonna throw that away for you anyway. Consider it a favor. From the cleanup crew, call today. Satisfaction guaranteed. Because we know you don't want to do it.
Phil Allen.
You are not wrong. Here's Thomas Gold. Let me in.
Radio One Mallorca.
Lately, I've been Phil Allen. Showbiz Update.
You're listening to Radio One Mallorca. Here comes your Showbiz Update for Thursday. Let's start with audio from Ellen DeGeneres, who says she'll take her daytime talk show into 2022 and then wrap it up after 19 seasons.
I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season. 2 years ago, I signed a deal for 3 more years, and I always knew in my heart that season 19 would be my last. 19 is a great number. First of all, the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Also, on the periodic table, 19 is the atomic number for potassium. You may wonder why I've decided to end after 19 seasons. The truth is, I always trust my instincts. My instinct told me it's time. As a comedian, I have always understood the importance of timing. And I promise you that we are going to have a fantastic final season. It will be a season where I truly get to say thank you.
Ellen DeGeneres. Actor Norman Lloyd passed away earlier this week at the age of 106. His career saw him in many roles, from Dead Poets Society to a Hitchcock movie villain to the 1980s TV series St. Elsewhere. YouTube promises to divide up $100 million among makers of the most engaging clips on YouTube Shorts, its new answer to TikTok. Artists can be entered into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 25 years after the release of their first album. Among this year's class of inductees, Tina Turner, Foo Fighters, Jay-Z, The Go-Go's and Carole King. They're talking about it now, but they won't actually be inducted until October the 30th. Next up, more audio. Dionne Warwick responded to a report of her death in typical Dionne Warwick fashion.
I am alive and kicking. Now, this is the second time it ever made me dead, which I think is not very nice. I didn't die, as you can see. I am totally alive. But thank you for caring enough to have sorrow for me. Worry not, Dionne Warwick is definitely alive.
The very alive Dionne Warwick. Natalie Portman and her husband were spotted house hunting in Australia. Now we're hearing that Ben Affleck was sending Jennifer Lopez love letters back when she was still engaged to Alex Rodriguez. We also hear Bennifer was vacationing together in Montana earlier this week. Comedian John Mulaney and his wife Anne-Marie Tendler are going their separate ways after 7 years of marriage. The US daytime soap opera Days of Our Lives has been renewed for series 57 and 58. And finally, here's audio from 2 of last night's late shows.
Well, everyone's heard about the pipeline hack, and people are actually making it worse by freaking out and panic buying gas. And now thousands of gas stations are out of fuel. See, this probably explains why my Uber driver gave me a piggyback to 30 Rock. Some more business news. I saw that Natural Light just launched its own line of sour hard seltzer to compete with White Claw. But White Claw's not worried. They have a new slogan. It'll power your car during the gas shortage.
A Swedish robotics company recently unveiled a battery-operated glove that can protect factory workers from chronic injury caused by repetitive manual tasks. Tell me more, said teenage boys. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo announced plans this week to roll out pop-up coronavirus vaccination sites at trains and subway stations because you're not a real New Yorker until you've been poked by a needle on the subway.
Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers. Back to the hits. Here's Afrojack, David Guetta featuring Lux Tides. This is Hero on Radio One Mallorca.
Little girl, only 17.
Phil Allen.
I mean, what's not to love?
That'll about do it for me today. DV up next. Essential Afternoons comes up after the news. Des here from 6 with Thursday's Drive. I'll see you tomorrow from 1.
Oh, my sweet darling. Oh, my dearest love. I'll count the hours that you're away.
Bless you, Trish.
Well, that's our show.
It's over.
What?
It's over. It is over.
Is that it?
That's it.
Everybody still awake?
Will you come on already? I just can't stand these long goodbyes.
All right, big finish.
See you later.
I've been out on the ocean, searching for something that ain't blue.
This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen. Phil Allen. Spread the word.
Yeah.
And the love.